the wrong thing. Oh, I hit the right thing. Cool. Yo, how's it going? What you up to, Charles? Oh, shoot. So now you're officially a doctor? Dr. Chuck? Do. Okay, getting comfy. Three, two, one. Yeah, congrats. What are you gonna do now? Oh yeah, that's right, you're moving. I saw that on the Breath of Fire Discord. Well, I hope your move goes smoothly. Personally, I hate moving, but yeah, I hope everything goes smoothly and that you're able to get things settled like seamlessly. Yo, Quinian, how's it going? I need to get better at that. Closing that text box. Thank you for the good luck, Quinian. I just remembered about that, like, bot from yesterday. Oh! What an end to a week. Oh, what a horrible downstairs. This start was really bad, but the hill can change everything. We believe in the hill. See, 420. And we believe in the reset. Joe, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. What dropped? What happened? Oh, right after you said the good luck stuff? Yeah, welcome in. Appreciate the good luck. I was saying, I just remembered the bot from yesterday. Tired. Yeah. I wonder if Ness ever gets Groundhog Day syndrome. Yo, Bong, welcome. Well, I hope your shift goes well. Nice to have you in here. Earthbound, Earthbound. That's like the funniest way that I've ever really handled that crow. Well, fuck. Oh, this is fucked, dude. Are you kidding me right now? That hill started off great until that last thing with the dog on the ramp right there at the end. Luckily, I got the bread roll, so I should be fine. That'll save me, like, seconds. Yo, the boss, thank you for the good luck. This is still really bad. At best, we can sub 8. Good. Damage is kind of low. I need Buzz to really put in work now. Buzz, charge for a lot, please. Please, charge for a lot. Dude. Do I even take this? Yeah, no. Bum bum. If it had two turned, I would have taken that, even with that really bad hill, because I would have been less than 10 seconds behind. But if it's gonna go over 8 minutes by that much, it's not worth it. Ba, 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 ba. What is this? That was cursed. And I know it was because I went over the spawn plate, but I saw the freaking snake, so I didn't want to deal with it. Yo, bro, welcome in. Oh. Runs are rough today. Just saying. Okay, that was really good. Saved me some time. Okay. Hey, other than that beginning, that was a good hill. 503 hill. Earthbound, Earthbound. Yo, chat. Who thinks Earthbound is the best game in the world? There we go. Please, Buzz charge. Okay, good damage. The fires aren't great, but this is okay. We need to hit a 69 or better. Come on, Buzz, you can do it. Oh, unnecessary, but great. Oh, good offense. Usually good offense means that we'll get bad level ups, but we'll see. Like, from the Pogo Kids. Good offense just means I might not have a... I'm not likely to get a 4-hit kill on the first Pogo Punk. Whoa! Did not expect that crow. Oh my god, that crow. They're out for blood. A murder of crows. Okay, decent. Okay, 13, that's okay. Ah! It was 2 damage off. Oh, okay. Ah. Okay, we're at 17 offense. Okay, no defense. There's... I think we're going to be taking 4 damage from the slugs. Indeed, a lot of ass. Yep. Good. We just started the run. What about you, Jeff? Ah, makes sense. Oh, ooh, almost went the wrong way. Dun, 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 dun. God damn it, Jorp. You're making me laugh made me miss. Oh my gosh. Unnecessary. Yo, appreciate it. Thank you for the GL. The grounding station might ground my attitude. Then I could actually play without getting tilted. Okay, 19. Oh my god. We're cooking? No, he blames his D-pad, though. Oh, we got lucky. $21. That's kind of sus. Oh, we got a defense up there. That's pretty nice. That was hilarious. I can't believe Abisoft got involved in that. At least in, like, the video making process. Oh, I didn't even notice the one up there. Not enough lag. No, not enough lag. That feels like not enough lag. Oh, come on. We're losing time now. That's a lot. Nice camera angle. Make sure you also spread your legs. You gotta make sure that to pull in more viewers that you have your testicles show. It also is good RNG. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay, 30, or 23 off. Oh, are you serious? Oh yeah, this is bad. Oh, I was hoping that would have been the bomb. Okay, we're definitely gonna lose time here, but Not too bad. Oh my freaking gosh, are you kidding me? I didn't see that one. Okay, nice. Damn, so the cheating was super obvious. Even before the one section. Dude, dog, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, and a low roll? This is bad. What a freaking cursed ant. Okay, I have to actually see the video because I didn't watch the Abyssop video. It's sounding like it's an entertaining watch, though. For anyone who isn't aware of what happened, Titanic Ant has 235 health. Both my Rockins almost low rolled to their minimum values, so we only had like 100 damage on him. He's shielded, which reduces the damage he takes by about half. And I was already losing time going into the fight because of the extra fights that I took. I took 2 extra fights. Run's already kind of bad. I'm already 1 second behind. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute my desktop audio, so alerts are gonna be muted. And I'm gonna watch the Abyssop video in the meantime and kind of comment on it in real time with you guys. This run is so bad. I'm 3 seconds behind. Here, hold on. Let me just do this. I don't even want to take this run anymore. Okay, let me, go. It sounds like it was, to be honest. That's why I didn't really watch it because I didn't know the extent of it. Okay, let's mute desktop audio. Sorry, no alerts for a while, but take a look at this. Okay, actually, I'm gonna put the audio on for this video because it's actually great. Hold on. When we get to when we talk to Mom again, we're going to unmute my desktop audio. This is actually hilarious. Okay. Let me go back a little bit.
Particular had him ask the question, how the heck did that happen? In today's video, we'll go over everything he uncovered, why it's suspicious, and look at the proof that definitively shows something happened when it shouldn't be possible. There are lots of ways to travel the overworld in Final Fantasy VII, and even though it has a submarine, one thing it's missing is an ocean-faring ship. But Old School RuneScape is back to sponsor another video because they do have ships, as they just added the sailing skill. Sailing is the first new skill in
No, we got to the sponsored part.
Launches on November 19th,
No.
letting players set sail from existing ports, discover new ones like Pandemonium, and explore the seas of Gielinor.
I can't even change it right now because I'm running.
Types, with each having its own requirements for successful navigation. And when it comes to manning your ship, you can use NPCs or invite friends for a multiplayer experience. Ships come in many different varieties. Old School RuneScape's brand new sailing skill now by using my link osrs.game.
Okay, we skipped some of it.
And with that, let's sail back to Final Fantasy VII. On Sunday, November 2nd, Dash Retro was streaming attempts of Final
if you're into that,
Fantasy 7% when
support Abysssoft with the sponsor, guys.
Keeper. a boss whose HP you need to manipulate to be 7,777 so that when you poison it, the poison tick will one-shot it with lucky 7s. However, on Dash's attempt, his Materia Keeper fight spiraled out of control, so he popped in Tormented Souls 2 for a few hours, then decided to verify an FF7 speedrun that had been submitted to the leaderboard by Tiki Liger live on stream. During the first 10 minutes of the run, he comments on Tiki's step count.
Encounter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's like 7.5 they kind of took, maybe barely 8. So that's fine. It's enough to underwalk the encounter. But what it's gonna do is, if they're using the long range route, it's gonna make it take forever to force the encounter for the preemptive setup.
And since you probably don't know what a step count is or what he's talking about, let me explain. In Final Fantasy VII, there's a variable called the danger value that goes up every step you take. So putting it on a graph, you see the danger value on the y-axis and the number of steps on the x-axis. There's a further distinction with steps, however, as steps taken while walking generate less danger than steps taken while running. But the main point here is that moving increases your danger value. So you might be wondering, what about the danger value going up triggers an encounter, and that's something called the step ID. This is the code for random encounters on screen, and rather than explain each line, all you really need to know is that eventually it looks at a random table that actually isn't all that random. In fact, it's hard-coded into the same order each time. So earlier, when we saw Dash commenting on Tiki's step route and how it would play out, he wasn't speculating, as Tiki is using the same step route that Dash uses in his own runs and has even made tutorials on. So, he knew exactly what Tiki had to do in order to stay within the bounds of the step route. To show just how much Dash knows about the step route, here's Tiki's Shinra HQ section. There are 2 different ways to go up the building, the elevator or the stairs. If you take the elevator, it has to stop at 3 to 6 floors.
Kind of.
But with a complex manipulation, you can avoid stopping at floors that give
It's really problematic with the transition from the bloody floor, or the floor 67 before
However,
sample to the bloody floors.
Step route needs to change, and here's Dash explaining this as he verifies the run.
And then taking the battle back here is very good on stairs, because the thing about this fight, this room is not hostile before you get that.
So I knew that before this video because I've routed or attempted routing 100%. And I've let Ace know that that's a problem, and Ace was like, huh, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, like, I can see that randomly it inconsistently tells me I've underwalked an encounter, and as I take more steps, then it's going up at a different value than it should. And it's specifically only that floor. Otherwise, like, it works fine everywhere else, because that's the only floor that I think changes danger value, and it's very slight how much it changes it. But yeah, that was a thing. Yo, Frozen Sage, welcome in. We're kind of watching a video in the background. I'm gonna put it back on in a second. So here we go.
Right, and it is hostile after you get the fight. And that's why when we come down from the elevator, we run really close to them right here before we initiate the fight. We run underneath the detection box, because we want to not use steps. Right?
It should be clear by now that Dash knows a lot about the step route, and before we continue, we should talk about the
I know a lot about the step route too, by the way. I just don't know their step route that they...
App,
my god.
You can count on us to be ready for pickup on time.
While overworld encounters can be manipulated,
sorry, ads,
they
guys.
require some extra setup, like precise camera angles and starting them at specific
it's the Abyssoft video from a few days ago.
And the only world map manip Tiki uses is one to catch a chocobo, and not long after, he's back into dungeons. Going into the first Genova fight, everything looks good, as Tiki executes the step route to get a preemptive attack, where the boss is facing away as the
It's a video about a cheater who got caught doing cheating in FF7.
Cloud's braver limit enough times to level it up, and Dash notes that Tiki could have executed one of his turns better in that regard.
So right here, Red just threw a grenade, but Cloud is bravering. So Red's ATB is about to fill. Here's the deal. her next turn is already queued up. It does not matter when you put in this red grenade. So what you should do is don't put in Red's grenade until Cloud's ATB refills.
Dash was the one who caught the cheater.
So that he stays first in the turn order.
It's honestly quite impressive that no matter how far Tiki deviates from the optimal strategy in a fight, whether from his own error or RNG on the game's part, that Dash knows exactly what to do to recover or minimize the time loss. Going back to the
welcome in, Shorty.
In the first half of the game, there are a lot of sections where you need to navigate the world map, and Dash notices something that seems completely insane. Tiki isn't manipulating his overworld encounters, and his luck is completely nuts.
This is no world map. That is insane luck. Dude, the world map traversals on this run have been crazy.
We'll circle back to the world map later, because up next, Tiki takes a fight in the City of the Ancients as he's getting the water ring.
You're fucking kidding me right now.
18.5 steps after the battle to
I got stuck on the tree somehow right there.
However, he does it in a very surprising way. Let's see if you can catch it before Dash does.
Okay. Tricky to walk behind stuff, but it's good to do.
In this clip, he starts Cloud's walk behind the log when he's not in view, which makes it very hard to count how many steps you're taking since you can't see the animation. It's not impossible to do this if you spent a lot of time practicing this section or have a good cadence with Cloud's walk animation. But since you can take
which is pretty easy to do
after running under the log, it is strange to do this when Cloud isn't visible. In fact, Dash rewinds this section and does the count to see if he can maintain the cadence for the correct step number.
Oh, oops. I paused the video.
And he gets it wrong twice, which puzzles him at first, before finally counting out 18.5 steps on his third attempt. And not long after, Tiki takes another surprising action when it comes to the step route. After getting the water ring, Tiki takes another encounter almost immediately after loading the next map, but it's not this encounter that has Dash surprised, it's Tiki's movement after the battle. On this screen, you need to take 18 steps. However, when the battle is over, you have control of Cloud as the screen fades in, and for a small period of time, you can't see what's going on. Tiki starts moving as soon as he has control of Cloud, which is called buffered movement and isn't commonly used here, as even high-level players will run out of the encounter until Cloud is visible, then take the walking steps. So it seems a bit...
So you could do buffered movement out of a fight. The reason that that's very sus is because when Cloud starts moving from a standing position, he'll always start with moving his right foot first to step down. Or I guess he starts stepping down with his left foot first and lifting his right foot. And so the case is that when you run immediately after a fight in FF7, your character will continue the same movement animation that they had on the frame that you got the fight. So it's inconsistent to do your counting there. Now, you could do it if you wanted, but it's just, you're risking overwalking if you do that, because you will count based off of whatever you see and not what has already happened in the load-in. It's not impossible, and if you wanted to be behind, which you could, then that's fine. That's not like sus at all. What's sus is like where he gets the fights at this point from this, because he should be behind based off of all of that. I'm behind on time on this run, actually. I will read that in a second. Also, welcome in, Shorty, if you didn't hear me before. We're watching the cheating allegations video against someone who recently got caught cheating on Final Fantasy VII. So the long story short, Shorty, for if you're still around, well, Shorty, are you still around? And are you interested in hearing drama? Oh yeah, he is here for the drama. Oh baby. So someone who is a fairly new runner submitted a run that in the FF7 community, a couple of the mods are extremely thorough in the way that they validate the run. So, and one of them actually does it on stream. I don't know about the two other mods that exist. I don't know how they do their validation process. And so this is the one that basically caught the cheater, the one that did it live on stream. And essentially, as he's reviewing it, he's noticing some really suspicious behavior because this guy has very good knowledge of a lot of mechanics of the game. And he starts noticing, like, man, your movement hasn't been good from where you're getting the fights, but somehow, like, you're getting some fights where you shouldn't be getting fights. And so eventually he looked into it, and yeah, he showed it on stream. He's like, yeah, like, look, if he had gotten this fight here, he shouldn't have gotten it where he got the next fight. He should have gotten it back here. And eventually he's like, the only thing I can think of is he's basically changing the RAM values live in the middle of the run to get an unfair advantage. And as he was about to, like, review the VOD again the next day, the person who submitted the run not only took down their run, but they deleted their YouTube so that they could delete the evidence, which kind of lended itself to considering that the run had been cheated. And it's going to get to that in the video commentary once I press play.
Out of place for a runner that's 40 minutes off world record to be using buffered movement, and Dash even has trouble counting the number of steps Tiki takes himself.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Oh my god, that's so close.
And then I wonder if it starts differently though, because I think 17 and a half might be fine here.
At first, he notices that Tiki only took 17 and a half steps, so he recounts them because he's not sure how many steps were taken while the screen faded in. But then he sees that after completing
Yo,
the walk,
Armis, yeah.
Tiki does another small walk after running for a bit. This is very surprising to Dash, since a runner this far from world record not only is buffering movement out of a fight, but they're also able to recognize that they stopped walking half a step too early and corrected the mistake just a second later.
No! All the ads! All the ads!
Through hymns, you can break the family curse of hair loss and grow thicker, fuller hair.
From someone with a 726, it's very surprising to see them catch an underwalk. First of all, to buffer movement out of a fight, then realize that they underwalked and make up for it.
Recognizing that you underwalked on steps is really impressive.
I don't know,
for a runner
man.
that isn't in record contention.
I can tell you, I don't actually Google
like
anything related to hair.
Aerith dies, because Dash notices something done suboptimally.
It might just, like, take... The algorithm might just take the fact that it's like, oh, you're a male, just from kind of my general fucking, like, search things. I don't even look at porn on my computer, so I don't even know how. Maybe it's just like, oh... You've watched something oh, maybe it's because I bought male deodorant or something off of Amazon one time. Oh my god. Stupid flood warning. So yeah, so it probably has, from the algorithm of my search history, figured out I'm a male, and now it's like promoting all these male things. I've gotten random male ads before. I think there was one that I got like years ago where it was something about PCs, but one of the things that someone in the thing said is that they talked about their swimmers, and I was like, what? Fuck. Like, YouTube ads, what's going on? You're out of control. Anyway, let's get back to hearing more about Dash and the cheating. Not Dash's cheating, but Dash discovering the cheating.
Tifa, both of their ATBs are gonna fill. So we're bleeding time right now, because right here you're supposed to immediately go into Tifa's menu to hold time. But we see that doesn't happen. They're waiting for the animation to be over to put in the death blow, which is why now we get this much ATB bleed as well.
In Final Fantasy VII, there's something known as wait tricking, whereby setting the menu option for the ATB bar to wait, the party's and enemies' ATB bars won't go up while you're in a menu. This means that while long animations play out, you can open a menu to stop the enemy from gaining ATB and taking actions against you. And
to clarify that, all Final Fantasy games that have ATB have a wait tricking feature to them, so... Just the way that they're implemented in the games are a little different, but the same concept kind of applies. Just to say, it's not unique to just Final Fantasy VII.
Dash notices that Tiki misses a chance to do this.
During this animation, this is when you.
Oh yeah, we're stealing content of someone who stole from Dash's content. And maybe it wasn't necessarily stolen. Maybe it was we're content farming right now. We're farming someone else's content farm of someone else's content farm. So it's a farmception.
Exit, switch to Deathblow, put it through, go into Cloud's menu. You do all of that right now, because this is when the animation is holding time.
It's a bit odd for someone this far off the record to be exceptional at the step route and then miss small actions like this that are potentially run-ending. But it's entirely possible Tiki spent time practicing the step route at the expense of learning the optimal route through boss fights. Let's keep going through the run to find out. Dash notes that Tiki is behind on steps, and this is a key concept when it comes to a step route, so let me explain what it means. Let's say the optimal step route has you move from point A to point B in 100 steps, with an encounter occurring on point B, but during your run, you deviate from the route by a few steps. The encounter is still going to happen in the same number of steps, but now it's going to occur on point B2, so being behind on steps just means you've been sloppy with movement and will get the forced encounters earlier. You might be thinking that if you end up taking extra running steps, you can mitigate it by walking, since those generate less danger. However, this isn't the case, as walking and running steps both put you closer to an encounter, so taking extra
That's a good dog
steps
placement.
would just put you further behind and make the encounter happen even sooner. Looking on this screen, he notes that Tiki has taken some steps he didn't need to, like on this chest where he runs one step to open it, when you don't need to take any steps at all, as Cloud is in position to open it after jumping, and with the extra steps taken, Dash theorizes that the next encounter will take place before he leaves the screen.
I almost didn't buy this NFL wallet, but when Black Friday hit,
Why are there so many fucking snakes? I can't skip the ad.
My old leather
I have it soft. Why do you put so many ads in your video?
Embarrassing. This one.
So I would be surprised if this battle doesn't happen in this screen. It might be close, but yeah, there you go, as expected. This is really rough for steps. We're getting towards the territory of steps being dead.
Tiki is so far behind on the step count that Dash says he's in the territory of the step route being dead, and what happens next really puzzles him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow, you're really getting into that content digestion discussion right there.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and a half. Am I crazy, or do you have to do more steps than that if you're that far back?
I'm gonna have to probably, yeah.
In this room in a bit,
I'll probably invest in premium.
Tiki has another single encounter segment on the overworld.
It's never this bad for me, but or maybe I'm more tolerant to it. But I'm having you guys watch.
For a one encounter.
By the way, I'm pausing it for a second, but yeah, like I don't mind watching the ads, but I think it's because I'm like having you guys listen to it while I'm watching it as well, that it seems more excruciating than normal.
Controversial. I feel like this is getting weird.
Dash's suspicions were on full alert, and after going through Tiki's world map encounters, he sees a picture that statistically is very unlikely to happen, as 4 different sections of long overworld navigation only get a single encounter.
The ones in here that are kind of crazy to see in one run. The ones to see in a single run are these 4. These are in the
I get what
middle.
Quinion was now saying about the world map things. I can understand you getting something like that as a 1, maybe a 2 off, but I think if you're doing that unmanipped and every single world map traversal is getting you the minimum encounters, yeah, something is kind of fishy. That's when you would probably try and replicate the movement off of the IGT that they left on. I'm kind of surprised that with how this run's been going that I haven't gotten the oh my god, that's a good hit. Yeah, I have Twitch Turbo. I do have that. All right, back to the video.
kind of lucky. This is expected. This is expected. These two are in the middle. The four with the stars are kind of crazy.
Despite this, he continues verifying the run, and funnily enough, a viewer says that he sounds suspicious, and their timing couldn't have been better, because what happens next completely blows Dash's mind.
I almost sound suspicious. It might come off that way. The world map stuff is nutty. Like, there's a reason we do manips, you know? This is crazy.
And this was
To
it.
get this fight right here. Call me suspicious of this.
Analyzing the movement, he thinks that the steps Tiki took shouldn't have resulted in getting an encounter where he did. So, he opens up his own copy of Final Fantasy VII and tries to recreate what he saw. He recreates the step ID Tiki was using and gets the same encounter just before entering the cave. Then takes the same 9.5 steps in the cave that Tiki did before going to Icicle Inn and doing the snowboarding segment. It's worth mentioning that when you're not in a dungeon, your danger level is saved and won't increase until you enter a dungeon again, which means the overworld, snowboard minigame, and town maps don't affect the step count. After getting to the Great Glacier and entering the dungeon map, Dash recreates Tiki's movement, and what he's expecting to happen is for a fight to occur on the first 4 screens. And lo and behold, he gets one on the 3rd screen, well before Tiki had his.
Are we actually doing fine? No, there's a fight right there.
Not wanting to jump to conclusions, he says that he might have been slightly off on the step count, so to verify his hypothesis, he opens up Big Shoes. Big Shoes is a tool created by a Sepher that visualizes your step count and shows you when encounters are coming up. The green line shows what will happen if you walk from your current position, with the blue line showing the same for running steps. And if a line goes under an encounter's danger value, you'll avoid it. So as long as you're under the danger value of the encounter when you arrive to it based on your step ID, you won't get the fight. Ace created this to help with routing in the 100% category, but it also has applications with finding better step routes and as a visual indicator for practicing step routes. But in this case, Dash was going to use it to verify Tiki's step route and why the encounter came later. You might be wondering how we know that Big Shoes is accurate, and that's because it reads values directly from the game's memory. So, as long as it's set up correctly, it's hooked right into the game as it runs. However,
the Starman kind of carried that.
There was one case where Big Shoes doesn't get things correct, and that's in the Shinra Tower, where the map starts off with one danger value, then increases it after Genova breaks out. So, it's not entirely accurate for that room after Genova escapes. But Ace checked the rest of the game, and that room is the only one that uses different danger values at different times, and the rooms we're concerned with in the Great Glacier don't change their danger value. And to help understand why Dash got suspicious, it's time to explain what's going on in this room.
Your connections to the past are waiting.
Nice.
Get Ancestry DNA for only $29.
No, they're short ads.
Big boxes, big flavor, big value, big old burritos.
This cave has a higher danger level than the rooms before and after it, so what you ideally want to have happen is for an encounter to take place as far into it as possible as your danger value resets to 0 after the fight. This way, you spend as little time as possible increasing your danger value in the high danger room after the encounter. But if you're behind on steps, you'll get the fight earlier in the room. And fortunately, there are different step routes you can take depending on where in the room you get the fight, so that you can correct the step route and avoid
we're at 13.
on the screens coming up.
Not bad.
However, in Tiki's run, he's so far behind on the step route that the encounter that should take place in the cave happens just before he enters it, then only takes 9.5 steps once inside, so his next encounter should be a lot earlier than when he gets it. And when Dash used Big Shoes to recreate Tiki's movement, he got an encounter where he expected not where Tiki got
Oh my god, we're dead.
So, what does this mean? Well, if the game...
Bro, how did he charge 4 times against me?
During Dash's recreation, there would have
the RNG is so scuffed. What the fuck? We can't make it out of Onet. Yeah. It's nuts, man. I can't believe what the RNG is looking like today. That one that we had that had the good slug grind was awesome, and then it just died. Fucking ant. Anyway, back to the video.
End of it. And if you get that encounter, it pushes the encounter Tiki got further into the step route, as the danger value would have reset. This puzzled Dash, so he looked through the Great Glacier section in Tiki's run to see if he missed counting some steps, only to find that everything lined up with what he initially thought. He then goes back to the high danger room and experiments by taking different step counts in case he miscounted. But no matter what he did, he couldn't avoid the encounter on this screen that mysteriously wasn't present in Tiki's run. It didn't matter if he took 9 steps, 9.5, or even 10 steps, he still got an encounter that Tiki somehow avoided. On further investigation, Dash wanted to know how many steps it would take in the high danger room given Tiki's step route to avoid the encounter, with 12.5 being the number needed. And since Tiki took 9.5 or 10 if you're being generous, there were 2.5 to 3 steps he needed to take that aren't observed in the run. This got Dash curious about the overworld sections Tiki had exceptional luck on, and looking back, it was quickly determined Tiki wasn't using overworld manipulation strategies. At this point, Dash says that he can't verify the run and goes into what he thinks is going on.
So, if we get into, okay, if I think that this run has foul play, what do I think it is? Not splicing. I don't think so. I think that what we're seeing could very easily be cheat engine. I could see world map fractions getting frozen, danger getting notched down a couple hundred. I could see like runner is able to see the step graph, and so when it updates, they know that they need to notch their danger down a little bit in order to not get a certain fight.
After streaming for 9 hours, it was getting late, so Dash called it a night and downloaded the VOD, promising to pick up his investigation the next day. And what do you think happened between then and his next stream?
Between me ending my stream and me starting my stream today, the run has been deleted off of the FF7 leaderboard submissions. It is not here anymore.
Not only did Tiki delete the run submission he made to the leaderboard, he also deleted the run from YouTube.
Look up the user, we find their YouTube channel, and go to their YouTube channel. The video itself is also deleted.
Why the submission and video were deleted, we don't know, but it is strange that they were removed after Dash became publicly suspicious on stream. And he spends the first hour of this stream recapping what happened yesterday, mainly that Tiki likely had big shoes open so he could see his step count, and then edited his danger value in RAM to avoid an encounter without having to take more walking steps. Let's say you're skeptical, however, and think Dash may have missed counting some steps. Well, if you did take the 12.5 steps required to avoid the battle, the next encounter would take place even sooner, as your step count would be higher from the extra steps. Here's Dash once again.
If you were to take 12.5 steps, which is the amount that you need to take in order to avoid that encounter, it doesn't just mean that what we see in the video would even occur. It means that we're underwalking this battle all the way back here instead of up here. And it means that the battle that we do get, are you guys ready for this? It means the battle that you do get, that we're supposed to get, happened on this screen. Because now we're so far behind from taking 12.5 steps.
If someone were speedrunning the game with big shoes open, they could see when their encounters were coming and what steps they'd have to take to avoid them. And the behavior we saw in Tiki's run would make sense as explained by Dash.
They saw, oh I underwalked that encounter, pop up to my RAM editor, take 200 danger off real quick. Just pop 200 danger off real quick. And then there you go, now we don't hit that encounter. And so then that is what produces no battle here and a battle here.
What he's saying makes perfect sense. If someone was looking at big shoes, they'd see the next encounter coming up while they were in the high danger room and walk accordingly. But what they really should have been concerned with was the encounter after that one, since it requires additional steps to avoid. Since Tiki was now going to get this encounter, but it didn't happen, and he didn't take extra steps to make sure it didn't happen, what he likely did was lower his danger value in RAM, thus avoiding the encounter. Looking back at the other sections in the step route Dash was surprised about, they now made perfect sense. Since if Tiki had Big Shoes open, he wouldn't have to see how many steps he was taking behind the log, it would just tell him. The same thing applies to the fight he buffered walking steps out of as well. When Cloud is moving before the fade-in, you wouldn't need to guess or even have a good rhythm for counting steps, since Big Shoes is just showing you how many you need to take. And if you stopped walking early, you'd immediately know and could correct on the fly. Dash admits that without visual evidence, it's not possible to prove that Tiki was using Big Shoes, but since there's definitive proof that the game should generate an encounter on this screen, and in Tiki's run it didn't, it is definitive that something is going on here that shouldn't be. To show how easy it would be to edit RAM values and manip encounters, Dash fires up the Duck Station emulator, goes to an overworld section, takes an encounter, then checks a box that freezes the RAM value responsible for generating world map encounters, all while navigating with his left hand, something very easily done while running the game. And once you're finished that section, you just unfreeze the RAM value so nothing else in the game gets messed up. This would explain Tiki's insane overworld sections, unless he was just incredibly lucky. So, Dash went through the effort of recreating Tiki's overworld from Midgar to the Chocobo Ranch by replicating his movement at the in-game times Tiki would have started that section on. And to his surprise, everything checked out.
No! God damn it!
Brought to you by Rogue.
Neil Monster!
Oh, what? Wow. So that one's legit. Very interesting.
Oh, fuck.
Checking all of the overworld sections wouldn't be possible, since you need the in-game time when the world map is initialized.
Okay, I can't believe the
Dash
snake's still
started looking
alive.
at spots further in the run.
That's
Before he
crazy.
got very far, someone in the chat had some news.
Oh, wait a second. You're telling me there's an update. If we were to go to the FF7 leaderboard, and we were to go to No Major Skips, and find their run... Oh!
Not only did Tiki Liger remove his videos, he also left the Final Fantasy VII Discord and many other speedrun related Discords. He's also a moderator for some games on speedrun.com and holds world records in other games, but even those videos were pulled during Dash's stream. I tried to reach out to Tiki Liger and ask about his Final Fantasy VII run, but he never returned my messages. And the videos he set to private didn't stay private for long, as Tiki completely removed them and deleted his YouTube channel later.
Whitest kids you know.
So it looks like the channel is deleted now. Before everything, remember what I said. How I feel about this, once again, is this was low effort cheating.
Oh my gosh.
Which means that, again, I would not have been suspicious of every one of their runs. Because this cheat was so low effort. That it's the
But
kind
I'm
of
not
cheating
low
that
enough.
you
It wouldn't have worked.
with, you know, with like actual hardware runs. Now they do not have the chance. They do not have the chance now.
The reason it wouldn't have worked
to
is because
have any
BuzzBuzz
of
would
the
kill it
runs
before it killed me.
legitimate, because they're all gone.
Looking deeper at his speedrun profile, there's a Final Fantasy VIII run he submitted that was rejected, with the reason being that he loaded an older save not created during that run. This may have been a mistake, as I'm told you do need to reload your save for the manipulation that's taking place. But it is odd given that we now know something wasn't right with Tiki's FF7 run. Given the definitive evidence that an encounter was skipped, the circumstantial evidence that points to Big Shoes being used, and Tiki deleting everything, it appears as though the game was tampered with in his run. But if that wasn't enough, Dash found even more evidence. Rather than tell you about it, I'm going to send you to his video, and I'll see you in the next exciting episode of Abysoft Z.
Wow. That was awesome. It is really funny. It made it annoying more than anything. Because I had to stutter around the stupid snake. Luckily, it's still 8 minutes, and we only lost 12 seconds, so I'm still fine with continuing based off of that, but it is kind of annoying. More so, the thing that's most annoying about it is that... Oh, did I even get the bread roll? Now I'm concerned I didn't get the bread roll. More so, I was annoyed that I got a smash on, oh my... Ugh! I got a smash and it only hit for 75. And it was because the guy guarded. Freaking kid blocked me, man. This run sucks. I'd be leaving the drugstore by now. Yeah. Alright, do we die again? Oh my gosh. Okay, at least we 3-hit the Pogo Punk. Well, 14 is not a good start. I mean, it's good for this. Oh. It's good for this guy because we could have two-shotted him, but of course my Ness is just not that reliable. 16, just like I thought. Offense is not great. I think we got a defense roll. That's actually kind of cool. Oh, never mind. No, that was a lot of damage. Nice. That saved one turn. Okay, 17's nice. Oh my gosh, Ness. Oh my gosh, Ness! It's over. This time is so bad. Oh, no worries. This is the first Earthbound day that I've had in almost a week. Or actually, exactly a week, yeah. And no worries. I'm sorry that you had pneumonia. I hope that you're doing alright. Like, I hope that you're doing alright now. Yeah, well, not that it's confirmed, but it's highly highly implied. Because definitely something was up. So either he was messing with the RAM or well, I mean, it's pretty clear that that's the likely cause. Right? Oh, I almost got the fries. We buy burgers to get the burger stains. It's so funny when the car's like moving and it stops right at the kid. Yeah, it's 100% confirmed that he cheated, but it's not, there's no visual evidence that he did it. Oh, nice. Oh my god, that's a lot. I know, right? Oh. Double low rolls. Okay, we have 19. No! Now I'm kind of low on health. Let's see what they do. I might have to heal in this fight. Okay. Okay, that saves a turn. Okay, I think we're fine. Oh yeah, they fully nuked their channel. They deleted their entire channel after that. Hide the evidence. What is this RNG? Yes, that's what I wanted. One. Yeah. Okay, I need to get really lucky here. No, come on, man. Like a flex. I mean, Dorp, you can't get D-pad issues if you cheat. Oh, that's definitely a six-pack somewhere there. That is definitely not a six-pack. That is an ant. My number is gonna be off now. That's like 3 slugs. Oh, okay, we're done. That actually worked out. I'm actually gonna go into the ant fight like this. We're gonna risk it a little bit. I'm losing time, but oh well. And nothing in audio? Oh. Oh, that's a really good roll. That's not good, though. Please hit high. That's not high. Ooh. Oh no, that's bad. I'm outspeeding. That's not good. Bro! What is with these? This RNG is cursed, guys. Literally cursed. I'm outspeeding heals, which were good because I needed to. I needed to also, like, fucking survive, and then the ant just kept on smacking me for really high damage rolls, which are not that common. Yeah, basically. Eevee, that is basically what's happening. I guess it was my fault for, like, not healing at 53, but come on, like, seriously? This is a 4-hour run. I'm cooked for how late I'm staying up tonight. This will be the last reset. If it goes, past the whatchamacallit, the hill. If it makes it past the hill, it's the last reset. Yeah, but I mean, I'm still gonna be up until like 2:30 a.m. Yo, thank you, Lara. Oh, fuck. If I beat it less than 4 hours, that'll be insane. I don't know if I can save 9 minutes. It's already pretty insane that I'm only 17 minutes off of gold in a run. Most people that are at the sub 4 level are like 20 minutes off of their gold. Bad menu. Oh, fuck, what am I doing? Hope losing more time. Ah! I'm trying to organize my stream right now, and the game is making me lose time. Jorp. Spectacular. But mate, you're not looking at it from a forensics point of view. That's the issue. You're not looking at it from a forensics point of view. And he's read a book on forensics. That's why. It's concrete. That's obvious. It's the obvious reason. I just kind of thought about it as like it saying like study of forensics as a real science compared to like actual technological or technical experience and stuff. It's kind of like saying how astrology is a real science. What I look forward to is like if the saga of Tiki Liger has a part 2. If we see Tiki Liger resurface, that will be the real sauce. Oh yeah. Not a bad hill, actually, with how it started. But JRP, even with forensics is flawed in the way that it's done. It's not even really like I have to say, like, the biggest thing about science is that you're always trying to prove that whatever you're looking for isn't like you're trying to disprove the thing that you're trying to find, so that way it's beyond all reasonable doubt true. So like if you're making a finding, you're trying to like test it in ways that can disprove it, right? And forensics doesn't work that way. I mean, there's like a whole process to like things like that, and I know that I'm kind of just like with like a one statement kind of like bastardizing the actual idea behind a lot of science, but there's like a big part to it where once you do have a finding that you've studied for a long time, you do want to try and make sure that it is concrete by trying to disprove it. Also, this fight is cracked, by the way, from how it's starting. Oh my gosh. This is like a 730 for sure. I didn't even see how much I got in offense there. Okay, 1. Yeah, if I knew the reference, I would say that that's totally true. I'll agree with you. Despite not knowing what you're trying to reference right there. Look for... Addressing the elephant in the room. I've never heard that phrase before. It must be an Aussie thing. Inform the disorderly annoying. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, because it could, it could be just an ordinary phenomena that you're seeing. Oh my gosh. That almost turned into something really cool. I'm not counting that as the hill. Like, I will reset it one more time. That was bullshit, by the way. I can never have paces. I wasn't gonna actually let the dog win. Common cold must be AIDS. I bet it's AIDS. Random guy sneezes on the bus, must be AIDS. It's actually, it's HIV, dude. Y'all clowning is actually making today enjoyable, despite, like, not getting any runs going. I don't even mind. Like, we're at a 409 right now. I know it's gonna be, like, a long, frustrating road, so, like, the first run back on Earthbound, I'm totally fine just, like, having a fuck-around day. We need to have some fuck-around days every now and then. I'm doing my part? Hell yes. Yes, you are, Jeff. I appreciate it. Yeah. Meow. Cordy, I'm actually kind of surprised to see you here. It's been a while since you've... Oh, alright. Take it easy, Jeff. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see you, Shorty. Usually you're not around whenever I'm doing stuff at this time. I'm just guessing probably because you're usually working and stuff, but... Nice to get some of the boys back. Double dog. I double dog dare you to chase me. I didn't trap the dog right. Dude, what the fuck? My stuttering is asshole. I'm close to just going back and playing Pokemon. I got one more hill climb in me. Because we've been at it for 2 hours and I can't do a 6-hour stream on a weekday. Been nuts. The hell is the flood warning? How are we having a flood warning tonight when it rained for 4 fucking days straight last weekend? And then it didn't rain for 2 days. How the hell do we have a flood warning right now in SoCal? That was a good menu. Holy shit. Oh, cursing the run? I see you there, Jorp. I'm going to make sure that I put equally bad juju into your stream. I'm gonna raise the hell all the way up by 60 dB. Okay, that's better. Oh, and then regarding Super Metroid, soon. I'm just gonna let you know, soon. Trademark. It is on my list. Like, it is on high up on my list. Whether or not I speedrun it or not, I don't know. I know that if I did decide to speedrun it, then I'll probably be called a poser, because then people will just think I'm doing the same games that Brood does. I know what. Fortunate. Oh my god. Oh my god. A good hill turns into a mid hill just because of some despawns, man. Oh! Oh, I know, but people probably still say it, like people that watched him. They'll be like, dude, you're just doing the same runs that he did. What are you trying to, like, copy him? Now that you got him banned? Like, I can already tell people would be like that. Plus, I don't really have too much of an interest with like, speedrunning Metroid anyway. I'd more likely... What the fuck was that? No, not banned, but, like, you know, basically getting him, like... Making him, like, running him off the internet. There you go. That's the more appropriate terminology. Did you guys see that flash of yellow? What the? Yo, Gorp, what the hell was that? Oh, crap. I wonder if my Super Nintendo's dying. Usually, like, video issues like that are a sign that, one of the chips are like, going. Because this isn't a one-chip SNES. It's, definitely a two-chip. Okay, I'm gonna take medication. Okay, that's a freeze from him. Charge. Damn it. I need about a 118. Yeah, I need a 118. Come on, come on. No! I won't lose too much time on this one. Wow. That possibly could have killed last turn. Possibly. That's a really shitty level up. Okay, at least it's still under 8 minutes. I'm fine with that. Bro, there's always a dog. I'm actually surprised I talked to him from so far. That's actually really cool. Okay, not that bad. Ba 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 bum. Bum 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 ba dum bum bum. Bum 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 ba dum bum bum. Nice. Nice, 13. Not nice. Not nice! Stop it! Oh my god, Ness is such a penis. I'm rolling with this. We're going in. Hell yeah. 37. What's the worst that can happen? Just die, right? Oh, it's over. Frank, chill, come on. Stop it. Oh, that's so bad. Really? Wow. The fact that I outsped it with the heal, that was really bad. Ideally there, it would have attacked and then I would have healed after it and been fine. Do we get out of Onet today? Ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba. Okay, we're gonna roll with one burger less. Because I suck. Oh, that's I still don't have a good amount. Oops. Still don't have a really good amount of. I could still underroll. Yeah, see? Okay, 12. I don't mind missing when there's only 1 or 2 left, because it's not nearly as much text as if there was, 14. Because, it's not nearly as much text if you miss- oh my fucking god, Ness. As missing on, when there's 4 or 6. We're not gonna do the top floor strats. So this will put me at 18, and then we just need to get another 4-pack on the next floor. That's a 4-pack. Nice, we got 24. Oh boy. The lag was insane. There was no avoiding this fight. Dude! Bro, it's just getting worse. What the fuck? This split just got way worse. Because of just what happened right there. And there's like lag up here. Oh my fucking god. Dude. My RNG has been so bad all night. Oh my fucking god. Nope, we're dead. GG. Alright. On to Pokemon. I'm gonna be right back in like 5-ish minutes.